This lesson is on using the unit circle to find trig values. So our objective is I can find trig values using the unit circle. Just a reminder, our unit circle is a circle with radius 1, and so a key element of our unit circle is that the x values on the unit circle are the cosine of the angles that were given, and the sine is the y value listed on the unit circle. So if you look at the x, you got the cosine. If you look at the y, you've got the sine. So let's try these values. If we want to do sine of 60 degrees, we go over and find 60 degrees, and then the sine is the y value. So I just take that square root of 3 over 2, and that's my answer. If I want to do cosine of 135, I go, again, angle start in standard position and rotate counterclockwise. So here's 135 degrees. If I want to find the cosine, I look for the x value. Here's the x value on that ordered pair. And so I get a value of negative square root of 2 over 2. Tangent of 240. Now what we have to remember with tangent is not one of my ordered pair here, but we know that tangent through an identity is sine over cosine. So we're going to have sine of 240 over cosine of 240 degrees. So let's go find 240 degrees. There it is as we rotate over. It's in the third quadrant here. My sine is the y value, so that's going to be negative square root of 3 over 2. And my x value will be the cosine, negative 1/2. When I've got a fraction over fraction, I take and I multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator. So I'm going to make that a negative 2 over 1. The 2's cancel, the negatives become a positive, and so I just get square root of 3 for my answer. Now we can also do this, we've been using degree measures, we can also do it with radian measures, because these angles are listed in degrees and they're equivalent radian value. So if I want to do sine of pi over 6, I go find pi over 6 right here. Sine is the y value, so I go ahead and that would just give me the 1/2 for that sine of pi over 6. If I want to do cosine of 3 pi over 2, I go to 3 pi over 2, which is down here. It's on the quadrant, same as 270 degrees. I'm looking for the cosine, so the cosine is equal to 0. So that would just be equal to 0 there. And lastly, if we want to do cosecant, cosecant's not one of our ordered pairs, so we have to remember now our reciprocal identities. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So 11 pi over 6, I go find that. 11 pi over 6 is right here. And then I go ahead and take the sine of it, which is negative 1/2. And so I make this 1 over negative 1/2. Well, again, it's the reciprocal of the denominator, so I make it negative 2 over 1, and so I get a negative 2. So for the 30, 60, 90 degree triangle and the 45, 45, 90 degree triangle and all of the angles in the other quadrants related to them, we can use this unit circle to find the sine, the cosine, and the other trig values by using the fact that the cosine is the x value of these ordered pairs, the sine is the y value, and we can calculate that to figure out what the values are.